Hey everybody, today's tutorial I'm putting here on my YouTube channel is actually to enhance or put onto my blog, my crochet blog, is how to make Plarn. Plarn is very simply put plastic yarn. We all know if you can get it into any type of a small thread, you can crochet it. So that is kind of what I'm hoping to show you today. I started to write out the tutorial, but quite frankly, it gets a little tedious trying to explain some of this stuff, so I thought I might as well just make a video, put it on my YouTube, and link it on my blog. So what we're going to be doing today is making Plarn. So the first thing you obviously need is a plastic bag and a pair of scissors. That's all you need. So we're going to start out by making the Plarn. We need to straighten this bag out as best we can. First, make sure it's empty, no receipts. The best way to straighten it out really is just to kind of give the handle a little bit of a tug. And you'll see that the fold on the side kind of naturally falls into place. So I'm just going to let that lay and straighten it out. As you can see, that's nice. And we're going to turn it. We're going to do the other side. So I'm just putting my finger here in the bottom and pulling on the handle, get an idea of that side fold. And I'm just letting it, pushing it in, and letting the side fold kind of lay where it may. Now, you're going to see the edges do not line up perfectly. That is okay. So, now that we've got the bag relatively flattened out, we're going to go ahead and start folding it. Because, I mean, you could start cutting it straight across, but it gets a little messy. And we want to get rid of the ends. So, we're going to take the bag and we're going to fold it in half. You have to keep it nice. You're trying to keep those seams nice and folded. Then we're going to take the other side and fold it to the halfway mark. Kind of like making a paper airplane. We've got that, and I'm going to take it and fold it in half again. So now we've got the handles and the foot. We're going to take our scissors. Now I always cut down. Maybe I'm being a little bit wasteful. I'm going to cut about an inch below the handle area that dips down, and that's to cut away any stretching or any small tears. Some bags have a very strange, like they have like little holes and things that are around the handle, so we're just going to take that, throw that away. Turn around, now we're going to cut the bottom off. Again, I give myself a little bit of room just for any imperfections in the bag, maybe tiny holes or something. And this we can throw away. That's the handles in the bottom, and we're left with this little square. It looks a little bit easier to deal with. Now for me, I do the same fold. I fold it halfway to the middle, and then I do another fold into the middle. This is mostly because I use tiny scissors. So then I'm left with that, and then again I fold it in half, and I'm left with a very small piece that I need to cut. So I pick it up. I usually cut in 1/4 inch strips. This does not mean that you can't use a wider strip, but of course if you use a wider strip, you need to use a bigger crochet hook. So for me, I usually do about 1/4 inch, because I usually crochet smaller things like pot scrubbies and soap holders and things, but you could go in a wider cut if you want. I would suggest against going in smaller, simply because plastic bags do stretch very easily. So we're going to go ahead and cut this. Get a nice little pile of Plarn. Now some people like to keep like only Walmart bags together because of the color. Some people have more colorful bags. Walmart's blue and white. And they can actually color code their balls of Plarn. Personally, I don't. This was a little odd, so I cut the little side off to make it about the same size. These are by no means going to be perfect. They're not meant to be. They're just, I mean, you could spend a lot of time, you could get a paper cutter, but quite honestly, it's a little pointless. So, if you unwrap it, you have a loop. So this is actually the length that you're going to get. So when you're crocheting, you're going to be crocheting the two sides of the loop together. That gives it a little bit of durability. It just makes it a little bit nicer. So now the next step, now that we have our Plarn loops, is to connect them together into a long continuous string. So we're going to do that. I'm going to open this one. You can also start by attaching it to a ball that you already have started. We'll do that in a second. So I'm unwinding 2 of these. And now, just like if you put tassels on the end of a scarf or, you know, anything like that, you're going to take one loop and feed it into another. So then you have it like this. Then we're going to take one side of the loop and pass it underneath. And then we're going to take the other side of the Plarn and pull it, because you don't want the knot to tie uneven. You don't want the knot here and then you have a big side of the loop is loose and this one's small. So you kind of want to work them together as one. And we'll show that to you again. I'm going to unwind our loop. We're going to pass it underneath. And I do this, and then I come back here and I grab the back knot of the previous one and I pull it. Now, this is a good example. If it knots up like this, don't pull harder or you will break your plastic. Just come down, tug it downward, and pull it again. And it goes together very, very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and attach these all and add them to my ball, and then I'll have a nice string of Plarn. So you crochet with it pretty much just like any other yarn, really. It is good, like I said, for pot scrubbers or bathroom scrubbers because of the plastic. It's also easy to throw away. You know, I never feel bad once I have a pot scrubber, and I wash it a couple times. I never feel bad throwing away because they worked up very quickly, and again, the materials were cheap. They're given to me free at the store. So on that note, that is how you create Plarn for those of you who want to start crocheting with it. There are a lot of patterns out there. You can go to Crochet, is it Free Crochet Pattern Central? You can Google them. I'm actually going to put up a couple of my own here on my blog. So there you have it. For people on YouTube, my Etsy store link is in my doobly-doo, and so is my blog. So I look forward to seeing you all, and happy crocheting!